Okay guys, here I am in Siem, Cambodia, and this is my street. And here comes somebody coming down on a motorbike. And there's another kind of apartment place right there. I don't know if it's done or not. I think they're still working on it because those up there are not closed in. Those windows up there are doors. Anyway, that's my street down there. Right down there where that green and white sign is, that's where my little laundry place is at. I take my laundry to that woman right there. So that's the other side of the street down there. Goes down all that way. There's houses over here. You know, I don't know exactly because I think most of these are houses down here. So here's my apartment building right there. This is the apartment manager's vehicle right here. Here's our little area right here where we could sit down and have a beer or do whatever. They're still working on this place because I don't know what they got going on down here, but they're still working on it. Now here comes somebody selling something on a tuk-tuk. Selling some kind of fruit or something. Okay. Now there's the motorbike that I rented for 80 bucks a month. That's not too bad. 80 bucks a month. I took it for 3 months, so we'll see what happens. Just a little motorbike, little motor scooter. And I am in number 8. So here, let me show you. It's down here. All right, let's go in. Got some nice shutters on my window if I want to open them. All right, so we come in here. There's my light. Let me turn on the other one. Now, no, I didn't make my bed. So if anybody wants to give me a hard time, oops. There's a door. Those are closed up there, so it's just for light. That's so the air conditioning doesn't escape out of here. There's the air conditioner. All right. This is where I keep all my electronics. So far, so let's keep it in there. There's really no counter in the bathroom, so I don't have like a place to put all that stuff. I'm gonna have to put it in a closet in here, one of these closets here. They put some nice decorations on the wall. There's my fan that swivels all over the place. And then some more decorations, mirror. There's my water bottles, been drinking a lot of that. Got my my gimbal, but it's still charging, so I thought, well, hell, I'll just make it the video anyway. The laptop, there's my refrigerator. Haven't got anything in there yet. There's my helmet. They give you a free helmet when you sign up. Looks like a Speed Racer helmet. There's my clothes I just got done. They bag them up. Cost me $6,000. So it cost me $1.50 to wash all those clothes right there. Here's my little chairs. Still haven't unpacked everything yet. Just kind of figuring out what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. Because it's very hot here, and the stuff I brought doesn't necessarily need to be used here, so I might buy some new stuff. Anyway, so here's this door that goes to this little area, and it's closed off because they don't have here's the kitchen area. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get one of those burner stoves and put it right there. You can wash your dishes, do all that, because that water works. Just do a burner stove right there, and all the fumes will go out there. It'll go through that thing right there, because that's open. but I shut this at night so I don't lose any. I shut this door here, the slider, so I don't lose any air con. So we got that. Just a small little area. And right here is where the bathroom's at. Turn that light on. And there's the toilet, and there's the infamous bum gun, which negates the need for toilet paper. Everybody doesn't believe me, but I'm telling you it's the truth. There's the vent for the bathroom right there. Little mirror there. It's kind of a tight fit between the toilet and here, this sink, but it's all right though. There's my shower. You can either wash down below or wash up high. It works out great. It's probably brand new. But anyway, got that taken care of. There's my, keep my soaps in here and my shampoo. But yeah, it's sort of like the shower that just takes up the whole bathroom. There's the drain down there in the ground. And just takes the whole bathroom. But it's all right though, it works out. I was kind of weirded out about it at first when I was here the last time. But it's worked out. It's worked out since then. So this is my table and chair. I just sit down in here. And I'm gonna put this in a holder so I can talk. So that's the tour of the apartment. That's pretty much it. It's just a small, tiny little apartment, but it works out for me. I don't need anything else. It takes care of. I'm gonna get some. As you can see, there is space in the door. So I'm gonna get some weather stripping somewhere and put it into that door so I can not lose air con out through that space. But I don't plan on spending a whole lot of time here anyway. I'm gonna be gone out doing stuff. I've been out using the motorbike and out exploring all kinds of stuff and trying to find new places to explore and, you know, new eateries and stuff. I'm gonna go and do some videos of eateries and places to explore. Angkor Wat, which is like 5 miles up the road from here, is a whole week of video, but I probably won't spend that much time in there because it's huge. It is a monstrous complex. So coming over here though, thank God for Dave from Dave Does Cambodia. He's a rock star. That guy's been here for 7 years and his information is untouchable. He's great. Also, Autumn Asia, Kelly from Autumn Asia is great. Claire and Jeremy from For Real, they have some very in-depth stuff too. But Dave, I've met Dave, and Dave's a great guy. I implore all of you who watch me to go and watch his channel. They're very informative, and he's sort of like me in a way that he's informative but not very formal. He just makes the video and sends it out, and I kind of like that style. But anyway, he was invaluable, and he shouted me out on his video, and I'll keep shouting him out on my videos forever because he's awesome. But anyway, there are some changes that have happened as far as how you get things done in Cambodia since I was here the last time. So I was going off of information that I knew last time to do things now. And one of them was banking. Last time I came here, I didn't open up a bank account because I was planning on working here. I was going to open up a bank account later on, but I was planning on working here as a teacher and getting money and then opening a bank account and depositing what I didn't have to pay out in rent and all that into a bank account. But since I'm coming over here with a bank account from America that has my money in it that's going to make me survive for the next 4.5 years, I've had to do some things, because if you can imagine, if you lose your card, or say an ATM eats your card, you're kind of screwed. So you have to have plan B, C, D, E, F, G. You have to have all these plans down and some alternatives to be able to pay for things if somehow you lose your debit card. Now, one thing was, now I've got an Apple phone, so you can set up Apple Cash and you can put your credit and debit cards on Apple Wallet to be able to use pay by phone services. Now, believe it or not, Cambodia is in the 21st century when it comes to that. You go out to an eatery, you go out to a tuk-tuk driver, it seems like every one of them's got a reader to pay them by phone, or like a touch card. It's just amazing. I never did that in the States. I always just carried my card and whatever, and if I lost my card, I would just order a new one, and wait till it came in the mail, and then I'd use it again. And I didn't have to worry about it back then, but now I really have to worry about it. So what I did is I set up Apple Wallet, put my cards on there. Also the Apple Cash, which you can put some money in that. They have a bank here called ABA Bank, and ABA Bank is a great bank because it's like a Cambodian, sort of like Citibank. It goes everywhere, or Chase or whatever. It's one of the big banks, or Bank of America. It's one of the big banks here in Cambodia, ABA. And most everybody takes ABA. So, it'll be on a separate app. It won't be in Apple Wallet, but ABA is great to have here in Cambodia. Now, it won't make a difference going to other countries, going to Laos, going to Philippines, going to Vietnam, whatever. It won't make a difference because the ABA isn't like around the region. But here in Cambodia, it's huge. So I'm gonna get ABA and put some money in that account, get an account there. So I'm in the process right now of getting my long-term visa, which I'm gonna do for a year visa. And it costs $300, which is not a bad deal. It's $30 a month, basically, but you get a discount if you do it for a whole year, so it's $300. I will be able to enter and leave the country as many times as I want with a year visa, and then all I have to do is next year at this time re-up the visa for another $300. That's it. Let's see what else. So I'm in the process of doing that. I went down to you do it through travel agencies here. And so I went down to the travel agency and I took my paperwork from my apartment. You get a contract for your apartment, and so I can prove that I live here, and my passport, and I got that all submitted into the travel agency. They're going to get it done for me. So it'll be a week or two that it takes to come back, and then I'll have my long-term visa. Then I don't have to worry about anything. So after the visa's done, then I can take that down to ABA Bank and I can open an account there and use the address that I have here. Now, people have been asking me, can you send stuff in the mail to Cambodia? It's kind of like, there's no postal service here that delivers to the house. There's none of that. It's not like the United States or the UK or Canada or Australia. It's not like that. They don't deliver to the house here. There is a post office here in town, but I don't know how you would send stuff there and how I would go down there and pick it up. I'm not sure. From what I've heard, if you want to get something from overseas, the best way to do it is send it through DHL. Now that's here in Siem Reap. I think you can send stuff UPS or FedEx or something like that. I'm sure you could. In Phnom Penh, I'm not sure. I'd have to ask around, but I'm not sure if you can send it to the embassy or any of that. I don't know if they have post office boxes you can get there. I have no idea about that. I was kind of curious about that. If anybody knows, put it in the comments section, but I'm not sure about that. I know that you can get stuff DHL here, and you'd probably have it sent here to the DHL place here, and then we would have to go, whoever was picking it up would have to go to the DHL place and pick it up. But the price of sending something over here is stupid, I've heard. I mean, it's like ridiculous. It's like the same, it's like $60, $80, $100 to send stuff here, depending on what it is and how much it weighs and all that. So it's not cheap postage, I'll put it that way. So, but like I say, unless it's something very specific like a bank card, which I'm trying to negate the necessity of having to get another bank card if I lose mine, you won't have to send a whole lot over here. So I'm trying to mitigate all that. But everything else you might need, like I said in the last video, you can get it here in Cambodia. So anyway, I just wanted to show you my apartment real quick. There's not much to show, but it's a nice, cozy little apartment on a very quiet street, even though you saw a bunch of people driving up and down the street on motorbikes. There's a school down the way, and every little kid here, I swear to God, every little kid starts off driving these motorbikes at like 4 years old. I mean, you see these little kids driving these things around. And when you drive around in town, the kids, the adults, whoever, they are experts at driving those motorbikes. I just stay still and they pass me and go their way, and they know how to drive this. I mean, it is amazing how many people really know. I mean, I get passed by schoolgirls. They just pass right on by me. 100 miles an hour, well, not 100 miles an hour, but you know what I mean. They zip right past me and I'm just laughing because I'm getting chased down by schoolgirls and cruising, and they blow by me like I was standing still. But it's fine though. I don't mind that because I haven't been on a motorcycle in probably 40 years, and I just don't want to, I'm not gonna go crazy anyway and go fast like them. I'm not gonna try to be Mario Andretti on a motorcycle, because if I get into an accident, it's gonna hurt a hell of a lot worse than it will some kid. But and I don't want to do that. I don't want to end up having to get sent back to the States because I got, screwed up some internal injuries or something. I don't want to do that. So I'm taking it very easy, taking some long, nice little cruises around, obeying all the traffic signals, and keeping my head on a swivel. That's what you got to do. Just keep your head on a swivel. Make sure you don't cause a problem with other drivers because they're cruising around you. And they will make room for you. They'll go around you. You wouldn't believe the coordination that goes on here. It's organized chaos on the road. It's crazy. But as long as you stay steady and go your own speed, and you signal where you're going to go, you can push the little turn signal, they will adapt to you. Just like they would if you were a tree or another car or whatever. It doesn't matter. They will adapt to you. And you just let it roll like it's going to roll. Don't try and get in there and compete with them, because it's not going to work, because they are much better at it than all of us. Unless you've been driving a motor scooter or motorbike, like these little Honda Clicks and Honda Dreams, and most of them are Hondas. There's some Suzukis and all them. I'm driving a Honda PCX. It's like 150 cc. I don't know. It's a very small bike, but I mean it's just an automatic scooter. It's basically what it is. But I treat it like it's dangerous, because you can go 40, 50, 70 miles an hour with that thing, and I'm not going to do that high. I usually stay around 30 miles an hour on stretches, and when it comes to intersections and stuff, I just go slow. Go slow and keep yourself visible. And don't try and zip through like they do. They'll zip through things, and you don't need to do that. Anyway, that's enough about the bike. But it's very cool because you can, if you rent a bike, which I did, I am mobile now. I can take off. I don't have to call a tuk-tuk driver to come get me or whatever. Even though they would really love that, because most of them are hurting right now. They're telling me they don't have a lot of tourists here right now, and they're all hurting for money, and they want you to be a full-time customer of theirs. But I don't. I mean, I want to be able to be mobile when I want to be mobile. So taking somebody else for a ride to pay them is it's a pain in the neck. And not that I don't want to help them out, but only on special occasions because they have that big thing on the back where you can sit. You can take them, like I will use a tuk-tuk when I go to the store to pick up supplies because they have a big, like you say, that, like I said, they have those big seats in the back. You can just put all your stuff back there. Whereas if I'm riding my own rented bike, I don't have anywhere to put all that stuff. There's a little place underneath the seat, but it won't hold much. You know, that's just like for your drink or not drink, but your wallet and stuff you don't want to fall out of your pocket. So you just stuff that in there. But otherwise, you can't stick anything in there that you get from you can't, put your food in there and all that. Now I've seen Khmer people do that. They'll go down the road with bags of stuff and they'll be eating. Their kids are on the handlebar, standing in, between them, or between them and the handlebars. The stuff that you see is crazy. People driving with an umbrella, holding an umbrella with one hand and driving with the other, and it's just, I'm like, oh my God, I'm surprised there's not more accidents. I've only seen one person like wipe out. It wasn't even that much of a wipeout. Some woman had all kinds of stuff on her bike, and she was trying to get over into the street, and she was on a dirt embankment, and she hit something that made her flip, or made the wheel turn, and she kind of fell over. Didn't hurt herself or anything, but she kind of lost some of her stuff. She had to put it back in the bag. But it was just an example of trying to do all this with tons of stuff in her hands and try to ride a bike at the same time. But if anybody could do it, it's these Khmer people. They are incredible. When it comes to that, they are, them, Vietnam, and a couple other countries in Southeast Asia are, there's no comparison. If they had the moped, mini bike Olympics, these people would be gold medal winners every year. So anyway, so that's enough about the bike. So I got the bike, which is wonderful. I've got my apartment. I still got to do some stuff. I've just been out sightseeing. I can't get over it. I know everybody's saying, well, probably saying to me, I know the people that I know, I say, why haven't you got your stuff set up yet? Why haven't you got, it's because I've been exploring and having a good time. Yeah, I'm here. I have plenty of time to go get stuff from the store. I'm enjoying right now. I really am. It's just amazing to me to be here, be doing what I'm doing, and loving this. It'll all get done in time. I'm just getting the big stuff done right now, like with the long-term visa stuff that won't get me in trouble with the Cambodian government, so I can be here legally. Don't be an illegal alien, type thing. Get myself legal. Get my banking situation set up so I'm good to go in case something happens to my wallet or my phone, and not have to worry about that. Everything will be good to go, and then I can start piddling around and taking care of business in here, because right now I can wash myself. I got all my toiletries. I have my clothes. I can take my clothes right over across the street here, or not even across the street, but right down the street. Get my clothes washed. For all these clothes, it cost me $1.50. There's a lot of shirts and stuff in there. It doesn't look like it much, but $1.50. They wash it and fold it. I don't even have to worry about it. So it's totally worth it to me. The bike, it's $80 a month. That's like $250 a day. $250 a day to have freedom. You can't beat that. And the gas, it doesn't even use gas. I filled it up like 3 days ago, and there's only one bar missing now, and I drove it all over the town. I've driven, I don't know how many countless miles. So, it'll take me a month to use all the gas in there. And the last time I got gas, I filled it up because it was blinking on E when I first got the thing. And I think, let's see, I put, let me think, what is 20? I think it was like $6, I think I put into it, $6. And it'll, $6 for the month. You can't beat that. So that's what it is. That's what we're doing. So I'm gonna take some video downtown where I go to. There's a Mexican restaurant where I go down there and hang out once in a while with a friend of mine that I met here. He's a fellow Marine. Got out about the same time I did. He's the same age as me. He was an MP as well, which is crazy because I was an MP. So him and I, he's been here hanging out. He lives in the hostel down the way a bit, and so him and I have been hanging out. We've been going to this Mexican food restaurant. He's from Texas, so we've been hanging out at this Mexican food restaurant. And he's been doing this for 11 years, going around the world and exploring. So he's been giving me a lot of tips. In fact, he was the one who got me to start on Apple Wallet and put all my stuff on Apple Wallet, and told me about the ABA thing, the ABA bank thing, so you can pay in Cambodia very easily. Because not everybody takes, it's not, ABA is everywhere, but not everybody can take Apple Cash everywhere, I think, is what it was. But anyway, regardless, I get to hang out with him, and we've been taking some cruises all over Siem Reap, just taking the bikes, because he rented a bike as well, and taking that and cruising around town with those bikes. And it's fun. You go find a bar or whatever and drink a beer, and then you go to another place and drink a water, and then you go to another place and get some different food or something. It's really cool. It's really fun. And retirement does not suck. I'll just put that out there right now. Retirement does not suck. It's the best job you'll ever have in your life. I wish everybody the best to get there as fast as possible. Anyhow, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I'm giving a shout out to Dave Does Cambodia, to go and check out his channel. He's the best. He's got some really good information. He's been here for 7 years and knows every in and out about Cambodia you can possibly imagine, and living in Siem Reap. So check him out if you're interested in coming to Cambodia, period. Thank you for watching my videos. If you like the videos, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you like these topics, please pass it on to anybody who might want to watch these kinds of videos, and I'd be very happy. For any subscriptions or likes, it really helps out my channel. I appreciate it so much. I will talk to you guys again in a few days. I'm going to take some more video downtown and put that up there, make another video about it, and probably come back and give commentary here. Oh, and my friend told me I should probably put my earbuds in and Bluetooth into the phone, so there's not much. I guess there's some echo in here. So the next time I'll try that. In fact, I should try that and see how it sounds, just on a random, sample video I'll do. But anyway, thank you all for watching again. I'll come back here in a couple days and talk to you then. Bye now.